Welcome back into Victorious Tarot. Today we're jumping back into Sebastian's case, and in this reading, I want to know where Chris went after they reported Sebastian missing. Where did you go for those damn near 24 hours unattended by law enforcement? Where did Chris go? Where was Chris going when he disappeared after reporting Sebastian missing? Where did he go? I believe it was 24 hours. There were no eyes on this man. The stars in the reverse in the past, a lack of inspiration. This tells us about a lack of hope, a lack of healing. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which tells us about being overwhelmed. The hidden influences, we have the Three of Pentacles. This tells us about teamwork. So at least 3 of y'all went wherever you went. And I know for a fact Katie wasn't there. We had this reading about Katie after Sebastian went missing. And she wasn't with you. And you weren't with her. So who were you with? What were you doing? The challenge here. The family disputes. In his environment, Page of Cups in the reverse. This tells us about bad news. Or this could be Sebastian's energy. Always coming out upside down, right? Crazy. Best course of action. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, which tells us about recovering, right? What are you recovering? Sebastian. The Chariot, allegedly. The Chariot in the reverse tells us about a lack of control. Life being out of control. Lack of direction. Where was Chris going after Sebastian had been reported missing? Where was Chris and possibly 2 to 3 other energies? Where were they going? What were they doing? What were they recovering? What were they recovering? Seven of Wands in the upright. This tells us about being defensive. It could also tell us about some type of struggle. Protecting yourself. What were you trying to protect yourself from? Whatever the police were going to find. More than likely, you went to go clean it up. The High Priestess coming out in the reverse, confusing or ignoring your intuition. Overwhelmed and ignoring her intuition. That's how Katie comes out a lot. Like she just ignores everything around her. We have this teamwork being clarified by the Knight of Cups. This is that jealous, moody energy. It could also tell us about somebody who's a fraud, right? Fake friend. Somebody who offers you things, but they don't have good intentions behind it. So it feels like maybe somebody you were riding with can't be completely trusted. Or I could look at this as the influences behind you making this travel is because of Sebastian. Because you see him as this ruthless, moody energy. He's always doing something, according to you. Ten of Wands, releasing the burdens. So see right here, when we take this out of the equation, when we start breaking it down to a 6-card reading, this is that part right here. These 3 energies working together when it comes to these family issues, and then we have releasing this 9 of Cups. The King of Pentacles, a familiar face in all of Sebastian's readings, and he's manipulating the situation right now. In Christopher's environment, there's bad news and a lot of manipulation. Somebody manipulating somebody else to get something they want. We have the Ten of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. More financial arguments, but this one is about money. So are you recovering from financial things, or are you recovering him from probably an abandoned property that was once a very beautiful property, a working property, but maybe now this isn't a working situation and you went to go pick him up from there. Same place that pops up in the reading all the time. There's something that belongs to his family that they don't use anymore, at least not for good. That lack of control. Then we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, which tells us about ending a long battle. So wherever he went, I feel like his intentions were to end this battle of the financial disputes, the financial disagreements, arguments, the family arguments. That's what I feel like he was doing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun in the reverse, which you could read as depression, blocked happiness, low energy, financial issues, or are you hiding the sun? A lot of cards in reverse. Damn near, well, all of them are in reverse except for two. What were you doing for those 24 hours? In my opinion, I think he was hiding Sebastian. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.